The social media giant has lost its legal protection in India under the Information Technology Act for not following the new IT rules that came into effect on May 25th. The social media giant has more than 50 lakh users. Twitter had initially expressed concerns over the new rules that came into effect last month. However, after several warnings from the Ministry of Electronics and IT, Twitter appointed an Indian interim grievance redressal officer. But that wasn't enough according to the new IT rules. The new rules demand that social media companies should appoint a chief compliance officer, a nodal contact person, and a resident grievance officer, which should all be residents of India. The details of all these people should be shared with the government. Twitter fails to comply with all the provisions. As a repercussion, it will not have the same benefits as other social media giants like Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, and LinkedIn, and will not have an intermediary status. Now, what are these benefits and what is the IT Act? Section 79 of the Act says that any intermediary shall not be held legally liable for any third-party information, data, or communication link made available or hosted on its platform. For Twitter, it means that any third person puts out a hate message or a fake news, Twitter can be dragged to court for it. Even though Twitter will only be a platform that is carrying a message from point A to point B without interfering with its content in any manner, it will still face legal prosecution. In fact, the first case which Twitter can face charges for third-party content was filed in UP's Ghaziabad in connection with an alleged assault on an elderly Muslim man. Twitter has been accused for not removing misleading content linked to the incident. Now, what does the government have to say? In a series of tweets on June 16, the Minister of Law and Justice, Communication, Electronics and Information Technology, Ravi Shankar Prasad, accused Twitter of having deliberately chosen the path of non-compliance. Earlier this week, Twitter was given a final warning to adhere to the rules of the new law. However, it has so far only accepted to comply with half of them. Twitter fears that these new rules will interfere with the right of freedom of speech of an individual. On the other hand, the government says that the rules are designed to prevent abuse and misuse of social media.